Morning medicine. Coming at y'all with that gospel. Getting you ready for your day. Man, this morning I had and I recorded, and it was amazing because after I recorded, I recognized that I had it on mute. So I'm back here right now. I just finished working out. As you can see, I got my headband on, and I'm trying to get better with that working out. Trying to be more consistent in it. That right there is a word for somebody right now this morning. Because you supposed to been working out too, but you didn't. But God is having us be consistent. All right, let me get into it. Y'all see, I'm about to go. I'm about to have go right in, right in. But today's prescription comes from Proverbs chapter 31, verse 4. And it says, it's not for a king, Lemuel, to drink. It's not for a king to have beer. And in this, wisdom has been given through a parent, a mother, to their child who's a king. And wisdom is telling them what they should not be doing. And I was just thinking about that this morning. Why do we struggle with stop doing things? Why do we struggle with entanglement? Connecting with people we shouldn't be connected to. Why do we struggle with not being able to let go of that habit, attached to the wrong things? Why do we struggle with that? The people we shouldn't be hanging out with, we tend to hang out with. The places we shouldn't be going, those are the places we end up at. Why do we continue down that path? And I'm telling you, one of the reasons is because I believe we don't understand who we are. We have identity issues. We have identity issues. And when you have identity issues, because of not recognizing who you are, we'll settle for things that is not even us. We'll settle for things that we shouldn't be a part of. We'll go to places that we shouldn't be even be in because we don't know who we are. So we're trying to find ourselves in all these other places. We try to find ourselves in all these other things. And some of those things help us to deal with the identity crisis within ourselves. Man, y'all better hear me with that. Some habits I formed because I'm struggling with my identity. Some things I picked up is because we struggle with our identity. And I want us this morning to really recognize that wisdom was telling this king, you got to recognize who you are. And because of who you are, there's some things you should not be doing. There's some things you should not be doing simply because of who you are. And I'm just saying today, do you understand that you're royalty? Do you understand that you're a king? Do you understand that you're a queen? Do you understand who you are? You are a king, beloved. You are a queen, beloved. And when you understand that you're a king, that you're a queen, then there's certain things that a king or a queen should not be entertaining. There's certain places king and queen should not even be going. There's certain things a king and a queen should not even be entertaining. There's certain things, king and a queen, I can't even be around you because I'm royalty. I'm royalty. It's not for you, king. It's not for you, queen. See, the Bible says that bad company corrupts good character. See, because I'm a king, I recognize that I can't be around certain company because I can't afford my character to be corrupted. Man, I got a character of royalty. I got the character of a king. And I'm saying the identity is, do you understand who you are? Do you understand who you belong to? We're seated with Christ in heavenly places. The Bible calls us a royal priesthood. And because I'm seated with him, man, I can't afford, when he's took me up high, I can't keep coming down low. No. He took me to a different place. I'm a new creation now. And so understanding who I am, that's what stops me from entertaining some of these things, because I start thinking, man, there's no way a king can't get down like that. There's certain things a king shouldn't be. Nah, I can't. No. You may be able to do that, brother. You may be able to do that, sister, but nah, I'm royalty. I'm royalty. Royalty can't be in those type of places. Royalty can't be caught up in those type of things. Nah, I'm royalty. So I'm just saying for this morning medicine, do you know who you are? Do you know who you belong to? Man, you're royalty. I don't care what your past said, no, you're royalty. We'll live by our past, and our past continue to define us. Now, I'm royalty. That don't define me no more. I'm seated in heavenly places. The Bible says we're above, not beneath. But when I don't know who I am, I'll keep living beneath. No, I'm above. I'm above now. And I got to learn that being above, meaning that I can no longer settle for low places. Man, come on, man. Y'all better hear me on this for this morning medicine. I got it. At your job, man, look, you're royalty. Everybody else may gossip, but no, I don't get down like that. Because royalty, why do we talk about people? No. I lead and guide people to life, not death. I'm royalty. I'm royalty. There's certain conversations, man, royalty don't even entertain. There's certain things that you can't even come to the king about. David said in the book of 2 Samuel, he said, when Saul was killed and a person came to him about the killing of Saul, David checked that person and said, no, you got to understand, you're coming to royalty. So when you're coming to royalty, there's certain things that a royalty don't even entertain. There's certain things as a king I'm not even trying to hear. Because you got to understand I'm royalty, so therefore I have boundaries. Nah, you got to understand who you talking to. That's why I can't entertain certain things. And I'm saying when we understand that, we don't have to stop. We don't have to try to figure out how to stop it. No, if I know who I am, that will give me an understanding of why I can't afford to keep doing that. And not predicated on the what, it's predicated on the who. Who I'm in, not the what I'm doing. And sometimes what I'm doing is because I don't know the who I am. I don't know who I'm connected to. Nah, I can't do that. I can't go to, nah, I can't do all that, brother. Why? I'm royalty. Kings don't get down like that. Queens don't get down like that. Queens and kings don't just give themselves to anybody. Nah, I'm royalty. That means you don't deserve, because it's certain, you don't deserve for me to go there with you. I'm royalty. But when I don't know who I am, I'll settle for less and I'll let anybody in. I'm just saying for this morning medicine, I wanted us to think about that. It said it's not for the king, and it gave, and what was being taught is that the king, because you're a king, recognizing who you are, there are certain things you just don't entertain. You don't do. And some of us right now, the reason why we're doing a lot of things or entertaining a lot of things, entangled in a lot of things, is because we don't recognize who we are. Sometimes we're still caught up in who we were. Or we're still caught up in this mentality, who we think, no, I'm a king. I don't care what everybody said in the past. I'm a new creation. I'm royalty now. Mine is not dictated of my environment. Mine dictated who I'm in. And because of who I'm in, he has control over my environment. That he will put a king in places so everybody else get an opportunity to see what royalty looks like. To bring them to the place where they're not, so he can take them to where they should be through me. I'm just saying, for this morning medicine, I want to encourage you as you approach today. I want you to remember that you're royalty. I want you to remember that you're a king. I want you to remember that you're a queen. And because you're a king or queen, there's certain ways that we go about things. There's certain things that recognize, and I can't be a part of that. I can't go to that place. No, that's beneath me. No. That ain't, no. Royalty don't go there. Royalty don't go to places that compromise the character of who I am. No. You got to understand the crown I have. And certain things will dim the shining of that crown. Y'all better hear me today. I got to let that light shine because of who I am. So this is your morning medicine. As you approach today, remember who you are. And certain things is not for kings. It's not for queens. It's not for royalty. It's not for you to keep going back. It's not. Your royalty. It's not for you to keep going in that. Your royalty. So I'm encouraging you today. Know who you are, who you belong to. We above and not beneath. If you recognize who you are, that's why you should stop. If you recognize who you are, that's why you shouldn't entertain. But when you don't know who you are, you'll always settle for things that you shouldn't be settling for because you don't have an understanding of who you really are. This is the morning medicine. God bless.